Okay.
All I do is work. All my girl do is roam. If I
get the time, I like to sit down and write a little rhyme for you. Just a couple few. I tell you what you mean to me. When I get the time, I'd like to sit down and write a little rhyme for you. With just a couple few, I tell you what you mean to me. When I get the time, I'd like to sit down and write a little rhyme for you.
I did.
Can you hear me now? Testing. Ah, okay. I think I got it. God damn it. This is not a professional show. But I feel like we're 10,000 times better, or I'm 10,000 times better than Joe Rogan. What do you think? Agreed? See? I have one in agreement. And that's like I feel like I don't know. So, we're here, we're queer. You're here on Papi's Friends. And happy Black History Month, y'all. I hope that you've been doing your part by supporting black businesses, paying your reparations. Um, I am indigenous, so like I sympathize with a lot with that, reparations because we want our land back. Yeah, and so I feel really connected with the whole reparations because I think everybody needs to repay all the free labor that happened throughout hundreds and hundreds of years. So, yes, I am really excited. I really love Black History Month because I feel like it gives me a chance to really reflect on all the amazing Black inventors, performers, activists, all of that stuff, to reflect on them and pay tribute to them, acknowledge them. A big part of dismantling white supremacy. I'm gonna go on my little soapbox because I do that from. Um, a part of dismantling white supremacy is uh, not only just transitioning power to those who were in marginalized, uh, marginalized communities and such. You also have to not just transition the power, but you really have to kind of like figure out different ways to making creating balance and dismantling what was forced upon us from time to all this time. Um, uh, Taking this time off, like these, a lot of these pride, you have Black History Month, you have Indigenous Heritage Month, and you have these months, and people are like, well, why do you have to have these months? Because marginalized people have gone through so much oppression that they need to remember, they need to feel proud to be who they are in their own skin, and that kind of stuff, and that is a big part of dismantling white supremacy. um I was just having this conversation with Amanda today about how dismantling white supremacy, when you say that word, you say those two words, you think, oh, KKK members, right? Wrong. White supremacy is the rhetoric that we have been fed throughout the entire ages. All the assimilation, all of that stuff. That is white supremacy. It was being subtly taught to us through generations upon generations. And that's why we have so many problems with racism because of it, because it's been passed down from generations upon generations. A big part of reversing that, of stopping that, is dismantling white supremacy. To remove that from the equation, you've these people who run around saying, oh, you know, I love everyone, I see no color. This is the way you prove it. You prove it in this way. Oh, hang on, we got a hot mic right now.
Generations upon generations. And
Godiva,
that's
can
why
you
we have
mute?
so many problems with racism
mute.
because of it, because it's been passed down.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Again, super, super professional show. I'm really thankful for you guys watching. I already forgot my train of thought because I'm stoned too, and I get really political when I'm stoned. Amanda's like, fuck. Yes. All right. Well, thank you again for joining us for Black History Month. We are celebrating three of my friends. It was really hard because like I wanted it's so hard because I have so many talented friends. But you know what? You know what? You'll see them in other shows because yeah, because I like to interview my friends. And but it was really hard to pick. It's always really hard to pick three. And if you want to be on the show, I'm gonna put out a little blurb with where you can get the submission form later on. But I really I'm always like, oh, I want to use them. Oh, I want to use them. So these two I wanted to pick from Texas because I was supposed to go in Texas a couple of weeks ago and I couldn't. But I miss all my Texas friends, so I decided to book my really, really, really good friend Onyx Fury, and I have to say I'm like a complete fan of Onyx Fury. Yes. um, and you'll see by their videos, it is chef's kiss, like burlesque legendary. And then we also invited one of my really good friends, Godiva from Austin, Texas. Amazing performances. Like you have no idea what y'all are about to see. And an entrepreneur, because I swear every time I go look her up, I'm like, you got another business. I always admire when I see people do like all of the cool things that they want to do. So, and I'm really curious to hear because I saw a little bit of the website on a project they're working on, and oh my god, I it's really cool stuff. So I know I'm gonna start. I'm gonna probably be shopping there too. Um, and then we have from the Bay Area, Helixer Gender Bentwell, who's somebody that I followed or started following later in the pandemic, like, a few months back when I started talking to Amanda. And I was getting to know the Bay Area scene because, we were going back and forth and I wanted to get to know all of the performers in the area because I was kind of thought upon about me going to move up there, but I was like, no, I don't know. And but this performer blows me away every single time that he performs. It is magical. And I can't wait for you all to see the video. So we're gonna get started. I always like to open up the acts with one of my old videos and such because I feel like it gives us time to get settled in. I can get everybody I know, all the performers together and check on everyone, and then we can start with we'll come back hopefully with our first performer, Onyx Fury. So again, if you want to donate and keep me going, so that I can be like bigger than Joe Rogan and maybe they won't be stupid people listening to stupid people like him. And keep us going, and that way I can just pay also our performers because all of the money that I try to make from these shows, it goes to help pay the performers. Having a little extra gig during the COVID times. So we have a suggested donation of $10. You could pay through Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, yeah. Or if you can just tip the performers, that's even cooler too because they like tips. So yeah. And this next performer is me because again, I'm going to show a video of mine. I started out with a Jinxie video. So this is Jinxie, my burlesque performer, because we have two burlesque performers. And I wanted to take off my clothes too. So this is Jinxie, and I believe this one's my tribute to Omayoro and Omayor, and it is a Nawa god that I can't remember right now because I'm stoned. So anyway, here you go. You really like it. I hope you do. This is my act.
Mommy, you're looking like I'm just another guy that came to check it, that came to wreck it. No disrespect, but mommy, that's correct. Cause what's in them jeans just got my mind hectic. I can see that you're feeling my fashion. Is it cause I'm flashing? Or is it this cash that's just way too reckless? Or is it this necklace? Wait, let me interrupt myself with this message. See, I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quickie. No bite marks, no scratches, and no hickeys. If you can get with that, mommy, come get with me. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quick fix up in your mix, miss. Send me your wish list, I have you addicted. So mommy, come hit this. Mommy, I realize that I'm mannish. I speak a language of love like Spanish. Quiero fugir, I'm so obscene. Know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, that was Portuguese that I speak with these. Please, get on a knee. I got a penny for your thoughts if you know what I mean. But I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quickie. No bite marks, no scratches, and no hickeys. If you can get with that, mommy, come get with me. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quick fix up in your mix, miss. Send me your wish list, I have you addicted. So mommy, come hit this. Don't be offended, babe, by what I say. It's just a game, and how I play, pillage and plunder. Call me a plumber. Knock on this wood, get rocked by this thunder. Don't be offended, babe, by what I say. It's just a game, and how I play, pillage and plunder. Call me a plumber. Knock on this wood, get rocked by this thunder. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quickie. No bite marks, no scratches, and no hickeys. If you can get with that, mommy, come get with me. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quick fix up in your mix, miss. Send me your wish list, I have you addicted. So mommy, come hit this. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quickie. No bite marks, no scratches, and no hickeys. If you can get with that, mommy, come get with me. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quick fix up in your mix, miss. Send me your wish list, I have you addicted. So mommy, come hit this. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quickie. No bite marks, no scratches, and no hickeys. If you can get with that, mommy, come get with me. I don't wanna be loved, I don't wanna be loved. I just want a quick fix.
Wow. Did we need a towel after that or something? Because, damn. Oh, you know what? Here is his contact information. Onyx Fury, everyone. You can tip him on Venmo or Cash App. Follow him online because he's amazing. You're gonna see a couple other videos, and all I have to say is, whew, it's gonna get really hot in your area.
Which area is that?
You know, gender doesn't have an expression. I okay.
Yeah, is that for a pickup line?
Sadly, the area, yes. Sadly, Onyx will not be able to join us this evening. I know. I was really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, he works very, very early in Texas because right now in Texas it's like um 8, what is it, 10:56, almost 11, so he's got to be up super early in the morning, which I'm gonna go ahead and try to get through this really quickly because I know that our next our next special guest is also in Texas. Probably gotta be waking up early in the morning too, so let's just go ahead and get through these videos because I mean, I feel like you guys just need to see this magic of Onyx Fury. I could tell you some stories. I met Onyx Fury at a show out in Dallas that I did up there, and he did this act. I couldn't even tell you what the act was about. Just all of his movements were like had me like completely hypnotized. I was like, this person is so hot, so cool. I want to be their friend. And lo and behold, we became friends and really, really good friends. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the next video. I am really excited for this one too. Hope you enjoy it. This is Onyx Fury. You can Venmo and follow them online, and I'm gonna go ahead and pin that on there too during the chat. Wow. Did I tell you that this is going to be a really hot show? Hot in all the right areas. Wow. Oh, that was Onyx Fury, y'all. A Dallas-based performer. I have a little bit of a little intro that they get. I forgot that I was supposed to say. Here we go. His promotional bio, y'all, it's hot. It's hot, just like his videos. He is darker than darker and lighter than light. Mr. Onyx Fury is a local Dallas-Fort Worth award-winning queerlesque performer that mixes masculinity and femininity as he takes you through a guided tour of his androgynous playground. Holy crap. That was like the hottest promotional bio like I've ever heard. Yes, so I really love him as a performer, as a friend. He's a great friend, and also he does some tarot readings every now and then. If you follow him, sometimes you'll get he'll say, well, I'm doing reading right now, and the readings are beautiful. He's read me a few times, and sometimes he'll just kind of message me and be like, hey, you were on my mind, keep going, you're awesome, you're fucking great. And I don't want to cry, but that's gonna make me cry because he's just like he's just so amazing. And so I was just like, for Black History Month, I really wanted to invite performers that I admire a lot, like a lot, and Onyx Fury is definitely one of them. I had the pleasure of having him on a Bizarre Stripper burlesque stage, and whew, I feel like I kind of saved the best for last because the performance is, you're not gonna get the films. I know y'all want the films. The films are great, but this is on stage in front of a live audience, and this audience was like quiet and then loud and then quiet. You'll hear and you'll see why, because this is Onyx Fury and this beautiful fucking performance. All right, get ready. Onyx Fury at the Bizarre Stripper Burlesque El Fuego Cabaret last year. So at Elysium in Austin.
Onyx Fury.
You make me
Uh, I'm giggling, y'all, as Onyx Fury. I might be blushing. I don't know. Am I blushing?
A little bit.
Just a little bit of blushing. That was hot, y'all, right? Like, oh my god. Onyx Fury at Bizarre Stripper Burlesque, El Fuego Cabaret in Austin, Texas. Whoo, 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 whoo. Oh, I have no words. I think my favorite part of that entire video is Her Majesty losing their shit during that entire performance. Just losing their shit. Fucking amazing. And then me and maybe in the background with the clipboard just like whoo, whoo. Yeah, I had to witness that, y'all. I had to be right there.
Keep it going for Godiva Morte!
Here's a microphone. Here we go. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Godiva Morte. I have a awesome bio for Godiva. Godiva Morte, the Baroness of Strange, has been a member of Mistress of Musicality Productions in Austin, Texas since 2016, performing as supporting cast and a feature artist. She began and continues her training at the Austin Academy of Burlesque, where she became a supporting member of the staff. She is the reigning queen of self-appointed accolades. I hope I said that right. And unclaimed travel rewards. Wow. Her greatest friends have been found in the shadows under her bed. Robbie Williams called her beautiful once, and her mother thinks she's pretty great. Aww. That is amazing. I love that bio, by the way. Godiva Morte. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to put wrong thing I put down. I'm going to put Godiva's information on where you can tip and follow this amazing babe. You can also see in my little ticker below right here that this is Godiva Morte. You can find them on Venmo and Cash App, and then check out jajamorte.com. Oh, hang on a second. Is that my... Yep, and my thing's going to end in 10 minutes. It's okay, because we'll just retry it again. That's what we do. And, but we've got a few minutes to talk real quick. So that was your Spanksgiving video. Great fucking video, by the way. All of the angles. Wow. Just gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, I had fun. I was so hard. That one. Because it was kind of like my stuff.
Uh-huh.
And just kind of like jumping, trying to get better at right now. So I got on blacked out.
And sometimes that happens, like when you're just so nervous, you just blank out. You're just like, whatever, and then you're just kind of like, was that okay? Did I do good? Or what did I do? Well, it was hot. It was super, super hot. My favorite thing about it was that I was getting this like, because I'm old. I grew up watching Pam Grier, and I was just like, this giving me like 70s Pam Grier vibes. Yeah. Oh, she was my first crush. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she was my first crush. I think I saw her in oh gosh, I can't even remember. I keep wanting to say Foxy Brown, but that's the Quentin Tarantino one. But I saw her a lot in different movies growing up, and she was just always so gorgeous and a badass too. And I guess that I ended up with having that type anyway. So just gorgeous and a badass. That's my type. Let's go ahead and get to the second video because I want to be able to have time to get us into another check. So I want to continue talking because I know you've got some projects coming up. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with the second video. I think this is the one that you did for Boner Bazaar. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. All right. Godiva Morte, y'all.
Coming out of my my cage, I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's taking a smoke and she's having a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head. When she's touching his chest now, he takes off her dress now. Let me go. I just can't look. It's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just a price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. Oh, Mr. Brightside. Coming out of my cage and I'm doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head. But she's touching his chest now. He takes off her dress now. Let me go. I just can't look. It's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just a price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. But I'm Mr. Brightside. I'll never
Godiva, Morte,
Okay, we are back with Godiva Morte, and that was your video from Boner Bazaar, and that was cubic. I remember this one. I think it was the cubic Valentine, right?
Yes. It was.
It was true. And I want to say that Nova might have been on that same stage.
I think so.
Yeah, and they were doing, I think she was doing this like pimple popping like nurse thing. And and this is before the before times. So it's like we had no idea of the mess we were about to get into. Speaking of, tell us about your COVID experience. I mean, I feel like we're going to be talking about this for like thousands of years. So we might as well start get the ball rolling. I mean, there's no denying it.
80.
I remember when I stripped during the pandemic. We had to put masks on and perform online to copyright free music.
That's gonna.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I know. I know. I feel like we finally have enough I feel like we finally have enough stories now so we can stop making remakes.
Exactly. I don't know. It was an like existentialism.
Mm.
It just like I tried to forget it, and then eventually, look, I'm just.
I know. I feel like sometime in 2021, in the middle of 2021, we all just was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Here we are. It's so weird because like people are like because California is like trying to transition into an endemic, and I'm like, what does that mean? Is the 2 weeks over?
Who knows? It's just like when us we're not doing the mask on, lick doorknobs, have fun. I don't know what we're doing. So crazy. Honestly, else, but I was as an artist. What am I happening? How do I move? Who am I? I got definite hiatus. So then I just practice. But she's masters.
Yes.
Wow.
I have very awesome cousins.
Yes. She loves. I don't know how.
I don't know either.
I don't know. But talking to me over. But she and kind of progress. What we were was helping me progress, and she kind of got to where I wrong. It felt free going, but I needed kind of like support myself that
Yeah.
sounds weird. All I've known. So it was about my best. And I have a partner, and I recommend somebody who just like, because it like lives. It's like it's just simple.
Uh-huh.
It's more pitch, but it just place where I was just like, and there was just like kind of like about your inspires you,
Mm.
and then they were inspired by,
Mm-hmm.
and then elements not but take things that built and until you're and God just like so I just made a list that a vintage might miss. I came to ready to I think I know what direction I'm and that's when it was actually it was a and backstage and they were like Jaja and then at that moment and then I was so
Wow. How cool is that? Wow.
and it kind of like journey that I as an artist I decided part of me
Mm.
and since I'm obvious I decided normally Jaja
Ooh.
That-
Wow. I love that. No, that's super inspiring because you hear you're gonna hear I feel like you're gonna hear a lot of like horror stories about the pandemic, but I also feel like it kind of stopped everyone and made them do something completely different. Like we just totally changed timelines like on our own. Just like instinctively. And I really love that for you.
an experience.
Yeah, I really love that for you. I want to talk about your new in Denver, but I want to put on the last video I have for you,
Okay.
and which is your promotional reel, right?
Okay.
So we'll be
Yeah,
right back, and then we can talk about this new awesome persona, Jaja GD Morte. Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Right.
Always ready to go when it come to moving, daddy. Baby, you're almost slow. Yeah. I'm a WOMAN. A woman now. You ain't to keep no girl alive. But she got something for all.
Video.
You don't want to like
No. Yeah, and then I got in a rush or whatever. Godiva Morte, or I'm sorry, now it is Jaja GD Morte, right?
yes.
Sweet.
Yes. I mean, my friend
Right.
is a bit.
But it's still like an amazing change. And I feel like we need to celebrate that in ourselves every time we take on a new project or whatever, and we decide on a different name. Fuck it. Like, we live for a little bit. Like, we need to live our authentic lives. And
Yes.
tell me about this new project, because I was gonna say, speaking of authentic lives, I'm really excited about your next project.
Right now, I am one kind of paint and another story. I'm reading. My partner has because he's an artist, so he has his art. And
Okay.
we're kind of just combining her artwork
Uh-huh.
and creation. But the first story, and that is barrel focus shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get shot. Drag performance. 6, no. Bottom.
Yes.
Padding. Get those plain if you need, or pushed. Up, and also Matthew are in. Yeah, I wanted to have. So that's kind of like what I'm. I also have vintage. I found awesome people. So
I love it. It's a great website. Like, I took a look into it, and I saw the jewelry, and I'm really looking forward to shopping and get some, because I love vintage. So I'm looking forward to that, and seeing more stuff on there. And now that I got a job, I can actually afford to buy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the going. I'm talking friends, kind of like invest in have you
Okay.
because my budget I give is financial.
That's cool.
But I'm excited.
So
And
how would one want to, like, help you sponsor or become an investor? They want to, if they're watching.
Out to or no, Morte's check it out. The Patreon actually, since everything, follow me so that you can access have you for Jaja Morte. Out to me, I may eat on the shop. There's a you
Okay.
can hit me there.
Nice.
Yeah, and for contacting me, kind of like out personal way for some to financed by others, kind of work.
That's really cool, though. I mean, it is, and that's the thing. is when you're starting from the ground up and you see people and they're always kind of like, oh, well, I started this business from scratch. It takes money and it takes capital. And if you don't have that, or if you're not, you're not able to get like a small loan or anything, because let's face it, banks aren't very generous, to people like us. So they have a tendency to overlook a lot of marginalized communities, and it sucks because these are people who have legitimate jobs, legitimate dreams of building their businesses just like anyone else. So it's super important to help invest into your own communities. I feel like both of us, we completely connect on that socialist level. So yeah.
I feel like I want it to go to the to help.
Yeah.
That's how I love. I did competition, but I think I want it around me so they can have faith.
Exactly. Like people act like that's such a huge thing to ask for, but it's really not.
Somehow, and me.
Right? They're like doing it.
Help.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mexico has been doing pretty good as far as like insurance. They get a hell of a lot more insurance than we do.
I mean,
it is. It's really sad.
For some reason, you can't convince America to take care of each other.
It's really sad. I know. And then the panorama hit, and we're just like, well, okay, I guess.
But
it got worse.
America's
it's a crazy world we live in right now.
Yeah. My partner, and he's like, I'm a white. Whenever you need to go.
Oh, so fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Whenever they do white man. Sure.
You're like, designated white man right here. Designated white man. It's funny because my last marriage, I was married to a white man, and it's funny because I got a divorce and I'm changing my name. I'm actually obtaining a more traditional Nawa name, and it's so funny. I came out here and started looking for jobs and noticed that I wasn't getting the same calls as I was when I had the white man's name. And then I was just like, you know what? Technically, it's still kind of legal. So I'm going to just do it just to see what happens. And boom, I was getting like people calling me. And I was like, yo.
Like, I have, and I mean Irish. And they would jobs, and they would have issues because some of them. So and there was a friend, another guy from west of Ireland. Our friend was accent.
Was super thick, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. It took like a year to find the
Oh my god, he needed an interpreter. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I need you. Anything. Yeah. Everybody.
We're just a sad, like, it's embarrassing. Like, I feel like, and what's funny is, like, well, I've had conversations with other people, like, from Edinburgh and stuff, and I'm calling kind of like, yeah, and they're like, yeah, Americans this and Americans that, and I'm like, yo, those are your kid, not mine. Like, I was just chilling out, we was just chilling out in our land. Those are your people. You need to go and bring.
Get your people.
Go get your people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So.
I say.
Uh-huh.
Annoying.
Mm-hmm.
As was I've gotten I can't no. And I've gotten that my dad's side is out. My mom's side but
What?
background.
That's ridiculous.
Well, that's how I tell document like hi got all our documentation for reminding me of that. And they just possible. I think I'm lying. I'm like make myself
No,
It-
no.
it's sort of other like ethnicity or nationality. Like,
That's
and
such
so-
bullshit. Yeah.
a lot of parts, like going in a direction where I was I realized I had been up because that if that's the weapon, that I was gonna but like I grew up to like Stella Cruz, Carmen Miranda,
Yeah.
It's a big amount of Latina spectrum.
Totally.
And so I can't block my
Absolutely.
I related it, never learned Spanish because I was a
Yeah.
that's my because I was afraid that like why is this and so I really so it's a big part where I was like I decided I'm not gonna kind of the American mentality with that and
Yeah.
that I think I'm gonna what being black is but I just
Absolutely. And well, you shouldn't. Like, you honestly shouldn't. I'm really proud of you for this, because that takes a lot to really kind of reclaim themselves and reclaim who you are. Please continue to go look into your native heritage, because I'm going to tell you this. And I feel like, I know that there are a lot of situations with the mix, like we are in the same situation. For some reason, people assume that because there was Spaniard or we have Spanish names, that we were like mostly Spaniard. Like, I have a tiny percentage of Spaniard blood in me. Rest is native. But on top of that, people need to understand that both black and native people were put together, and we were bought and sold as slaves together.
yeah
And so we were always in the same communities together. So we were always around each other. So the probability of you being much more native than the person who's claiming to have Cherokee princess in them is much more than that, is in my opinion. That's just how that's me. Because I really do want more Black people to reclaim their native heritage. So I really hope that you look into that some more and get involved in that, because that's a big part of that's a part of that's a part of your heritage,
Yeah.
and it's also your part of your legacy as well.
It's really important to me. I mean, our family tried to so far. I'm still working. But like you said, American government have done so we could benefit.
Yeah.
So it's just the only on my grandmother on her res in the only really document. But yeah,
Wow.
I'm just kind of trying to.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go. I just like kind of want to feel more connected.
No, I completely, I, even as somebody who grew up in a mostly Chicano, city and areas of town, like I was a goth kid, so like I even though I didn't want to listen to any of this music, it was always forced down my throat. So I know it.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, because like we always had because I grew up in like San Antonio, we were like mostly Chicanos, and maybe a handful of Black people that would also be in the same school. And like there was, obviously there were some people that got along with each other, some of them didn't. Of course, you had gangs and shit back then, and those types of schools. But it was always funny because like I would always have some, and a lot of them were coming from the valley too. They grow up in our neighborhoods and stuff, and they're like I almost feel like I feel upset because I feel like they can't connect because they're afraid they're gonna offend people. It's like, no, this is all of us. Like we're all like this. Your mama spanks you. Our mama spanks you. Like let's. We're bonding here.
And I am still have people clean out her conquest, and I had fun. No, like, why does she still even have them?
Not the chocolate.
Not the chocolates.
Oh my god.
Everyone at the had them, I swear.
Right.
Ugh. My grandmother liked to use hers. She would wet them, and then she'd be like, "Wapa," and I'm like, "Ah!" Yes. Yes. And you know what's their fault that now I'm into BDSM. But that's another story. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you have any other like anything that you would like to add before we go move on to our next guest? Because I know we have our next guest waiting, but because it was really good talking with you. But I want to make sure
I miss,
I miss you
FYI.
too. Oh.
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
But I miss. Or even. I don't know. Level. That make you're being. Say that.
Oh.
Say that. Great. That means Thank you.
Oh.
Having
Oh, thank you so much.
so much. Yeah.
I'll have to bring you back. I'll have to bring you back some other time because you're amazing.
Also, don't close because I'm getting I had my gap and that gap is
Keep your gap. Nice. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Godiva, for joining us. You can find Godiva at the information below. You've got Jaja, GD Morte. You can see JajaMorte.com for the new venture. Go buy some stuff and support Black business.
yeah. Finance.
And, you know, pay your reparations to Venmo and Cash App so Godiva can go ahead and continue building their amazing business. And you're helping helping Black performers and Black entrepreneurs pay your reparations. Yeah. All right. Thank you again, Godiva. I love you. I miss you so much. I'll see you in April. Hopefully. I will see you in April, hopefully. Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to start off with another video. Before Yeah, totally. Yes, that's literally how we started like talking, was these collages of pictures on Instagram, because this is back when Rebel Kings was doing their show on Instagram, because we hadn't figured out Zoom yet. God, that feels like decades ago, but like that was literally 2 years ago, which is still depressing. Oh, so yeah, so it was one of one of their for early video shows, and um I remember we were all kind of like doing it live, so it was kind of a live performance, wasn't it? So were you super nervous? I mean, you're starting a virtual show, but still, like you had to be nervous, right? Oh. Oh. That's so awesome. Yes, thank you, Jasmine.
Right after, like, it's like it's like a
Yes, yes. And I feel like you've definitely made it when you get one of Amanda's collage pictures.
like, okay.
Aww, look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So since then, I noticed you have been doing live shows and like being booked and blessed. Like amazing.
It's like I could. I would have. I wouldn't. You know. Oops. Had that I otherwise. It's just like.
Oh
like,
yeah.
How would that?
That's true.
So
Oh my gosh. I remember like when I was coming up to visit Amanda, and we would kept on missing each other because you were being booked and doing all of this stuff, and we had other plans as well. So, and I remember at one point being like, I'm excited to be out here because then I get a chance to like hang out with Helixer and go see a show of his or something like it. I was really excited about that too, because you're an amazing performer.
thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
try, honestly, like.
Oh, it looks like you froze. Hang on a second. I'm gonna transition this because it seems like you froze. Hopefully that'll work. Oh no, we got technical difficulties here. Okay. This off right here. See if that helps. Ah, there it is. There it is. There you are. Okay. I was like, you're frozen. And I just also received the message saying that we're like 10 minutes before I have to do another thing. So I'm going to start a new meeting and add you on that one. But we'll start with the second video. Yes, you are an amazing performer, and you've grown so well and blossomed into this amazing performer, and I want to talk about like this picture right here that we used for your cue card because you performed at Princess.
That
Yes, let's talk about it after the video so we can spend some time talking about it, and I'll get a new meeting going. Okay, so this is Elixir Gender Bentwell. Mm-hmm.
A lot of happening. Artists because they're not being
Absolutely.
respected. I feel right around that time, and then accepting. When
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
definitely have to overcome that. So,
Exactly. And it's a shame that we had to you had to have like a situation like BL, like the Black Lives Matter movement, for people to actually go, "Oh yeah, we need to recognize our black performers." You know what I mean? And so like, and like you said, you're kind of like, okay, you're getting offered these gigs and you want to accept them because this is a great opportunity to really branch out into your art. Have you been able to like channel a lot of that emotion that you've experienced onto your art?
I feel like my revolution, my biggest fear, mask and whatever. You know, and it's so, I've always my biggest form.
No, I'm saying fuck a lot, like
Okay, sick. So I was in, representing, and I was
yes.
kind of like, I was like, my name
Absolutely.
to like, they would, like, I'm very,
Hmm.
I mean,
Absolutely. Do you feel pressure? Like I know I experience at my level, but how do you express, like how are you coping with that? Do you feel pressure to be have like a black performance or one that talks about your culture or something? Do you feel pressure to have that?
I feel the pressure so few, and there's so the, you that
Mm-hmm.
I feel there's since
Exactly.
been in like the
Exactly. And by the way, also BIPOC, like it was these were black people who had started drag, and it's crazy to think that people don't understand that was a some that's something that happened. Like a
and that just goes to, I mean that's everything that, like, oh, you dated this, like,
exactly, like you create like black people have created literally almost every genre of music, and it's like it's always such a big like what? Black people listen to rock music? Like, yes. Yes, they fucking do.
You're like,
What
I'm like,
the
bro.
fuck? Right. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was gonna say I know I feel like we bonded a lot with our nerdiness because we're both like nerds and we both like Metalocalypse. So I'm like, we still need to have our nights where we just binge watch it. I put it on. I try to get Amanda into it. I And we're back. That was such a cute video. Oh my god.
First edition.
Really?
I was like, it's weird. My friend was recording. I was because like it's crazy. Then like after you like.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, if that's what it's like to actually make a video. Just like staring into a camera and being all like.
And then like it's like
Trying to take yourself seriously, right?
yeah.
I love that. I love that. It's such a really beautiful put together video. So your friend did an amazing job. Yeah.
Everybody.
That was a really good part of virtual drag for sure. Was you could see everybody's like complimenting, and instead of like what you would hear cheering or something, somebody would do that. So that's definitely a good memory from virtual drag and during the pandemic. And and speaking of like really awesome talents and stuff, I know that you recently started barber college, correct?
So years finally.
Woo! And I was fortunate enough to get a fade by you. Look at these lines. Look at that line. Wow.
Yes.
I was very impressed.
Thank you.
And we were kind of talking about the barber experience, the barber salon experience, how it was literally a big part of both our cultures. But to have a queer BIPOC barber is even more rare. Why do you think that is?
I feel like for me, very active. Face took a lot. You know, as it's have to do. I rarely like so be able to haircut because we're going
Mhm.
you know get a good feels matters like, here I'm like I would go to paper. I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, I feel like, you know what? I'll probably make the same mistake too, because I don't fucking know. All I know is this is what I want. But because we live in a cis het normative society, it's harder for us to feel safe, like you said, in those spaces.
Uh, um, that's a guy, and hair's getting. If you just like,
You would have to make those extra steps.
Exactly. You wouldn't have is. I feel like, often cut off all my pressing.
They're like, I don't remember paying extra for your advice. Like, the fuck?
Like, cut my damn hair.
Like, is this costing me extra because I don't want it?
And having to, like, I'm a woman.
It's true. And for a lot of BIPOC people, it's a very scary thing to go to a hair place because you're misgendered often. You're misgendered all the time. So and then you want to be able to present in a way that is affirming to you, and you can't because of it. And it's just people don't realize how important it is to just shut the fuck up.
Grow out. He has like an upward growing phase, but he doesn't want to go to a barbershop because why do we avoid
Right.
or I've gone my hair wasn't to learn about work with. So for me, I cut. I don't care who you are, straight hair. It's in my turn. That way, you have. I now have hair.
Right. That's like saying that's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of like saying, you work in a dentist office and you're like, oh, I can't work on your teeth because I'm not really used to people having these size of incisors. So
Exactly.
it doesn't make any sense.
Like, sorry, you don't get any sense. Like, it's even. Maybe it is. You know, like,
Anything
whatever-
there's a standard.
Yeah. When I get sunburns, my head because my pigment,
Yeah.
even like symptoms are hard. It's hard to properly.
No, it's so true. I got my first sunburn when I was like, I don't know, 20 something years old. My first sunburn. Because, brown people brown, and I must have been in it way too long, but like people tell you, oh, it'll turn red. I did not turn red. And I didn't know I had a sunburn until I got a fever.
You know, so bad.
Ooh.
And then I realized,
Yeah.
and
No, we all need sunscreen.
what? Like, bro,
Right? Like, thanks to some really stupid people, we don't have a UV, we barely have a UV, anything to protect us from UV rays. So, like, it's harmful for everybody's skin.
exactly. So stuff like that is. I've been here, and then
Ugh.
you stick to that person. No, you're not.
It's true. So I feel like since I just moved here, I feel like I found my barber.
I love that.
I literally thought that the other day when I got my hair, I was like, well, that's it. Found a barber. Because before it was my cousin. Yeah, it was before it was my neighbor, Chick-fil-A show. And now I'm like, look, I'm keeping up with the tradition of having a drag performer cut my hair.
Yes.
And then speaking of, so I noticed you were at I believe it was called the Queer Quartz Market,
Yes.
and you had a mobile service. Now, is that I know we were talking about that. You said something about how that was what you were interested in continuing doing, like as a barber.
Yeah. Into it.
Yes, you were slammed. I saw that list. It was just people. And I remember I put my name down and I was like, "Oh, okay. I'll just come back." I went and got tacos, sat on the lawn and ate my tacos, smoked a joint and been on my phone, walked back and I still was like waiting. You had the last person before that, but I was like, "Wow." You had a lot of cuts.
It's really that way. Like every it's like if I could just I cut everybody's.
Oh,
It's like I really want to
a queer hair salon. How fucking cool
Yeah.
is that?
and if I'm I had someone yesterday. I gave him he came from get a haircut
Wow.
because like
Wow.
having one
It's so fucking important. And yeah, it's definitely needed. And so if somebody wanted to, like, that was in the Bay Area, like was watching, where can they possibly ask about getting a haircut?
so you can it's Ginger Barber and I am local for California. Dress is-
I mean, you're totally worth the drive because that is definitely something like once, because I have really thick native hair and it grows back so fast and so thick, like, yeah. And like you see this is great, but like in 2 weeks I'm gonna need another haircut. So
be there.
and that's good. I'm excited about that. And on top of that, like I saw all of the people's reaction at that market when you were cutting hair. There's people that would walk by, and I was I love people watching, so I was watching people, and I would see like cis had people kind of walk by, and they're just kind of like, there's some people that would be like, and I'm just like, okay, move it along. But then there was like queer people who were walking by, and they were like they were like, wow, they're watching other queer people getting their haircut, and it was just like, whoa. And I could see people kind of walking around and looking at the list and seeing if there's room, and it was really cool to see that.
I had some people personally it's like I know I got
And your cuts are fucking great. I remember the person that you were cutting before me, and you had did a mohawk for them, and it was really fucking cool. I remember like, wow, that's a good cut. And you definitely have a way of working with I can tell with people's head shape, and finding, and you kind of even did the same. You were like, you were like, how do you want your what is it, sideburns? And I said I wasn't sure, and you're like, it's cool, I'm gonna follow your face shape. And I love them, they're great.
I love it. Tell me what I want. What?
Eventually we can get there, but like if we had more queer BIPOC uh barbers and hairdressers, that's a level for a lot of us who are queer to get to, because again, it's a part of our culture, but like at the same time, when you're growing up queer and in a black or brown neighborhood, it's like you're there but you're not. You're part of you're a part of the culture, but you're not.
It's weird. Getting accent. Swoop. Told him straight. Like,
And that's a process. That's a process. I grew up in North Side Houston, in a predominantly black neighborhood, and I seen people get their hair relaxed, and it's a process. So I'm sure that people, whoever did it, was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I would have to. As soon as I.
You're like, "Gotta take it off." I love it. Well, we are towards the end of our show. I've been trying to like not let it go past midnight. Because I have to go to work in the morning.
Completely.
But I'm gonna put up really quickly. Godiva, you want to get on? You can, and I'll unpin you so we can see your pretty face. Okay. Here we go. And I'm gonna post up. So I have, if you want to be a part of my show, um, oh, here it is. If you want to be interviewed for my show, then you can find this. Let's see if I put it over here. Let's go. I'm gonna go here. Here. You can hear my cat. No, okay. Is it this way? I'm trying to put this like above. Here it is. There you go. This is my Papi's friends Google form if you want to be interviewed by me. You have to be my friend. Just playing. I mean, I would hope anybody who doesn't like me doesn't want me to interview them. I'm so bad at keeping shit behind. So, Papi's friends, if you go to bit.ly, Papi's friends, it'll take you to a Google form where you can fill it out and possibly be featured in one of my upcoming Papi's friends showcase. So yeah. And I'll leave that up there for a little bit. But yes, thank you so much, Godiva Morte. and Helixer Gender Bentwell, and also Onyx Fury for those amazing videos. Please follow and like and subscribe and all of the things. These amazing performers, in places where you go and follow them, because I'm really stoned. And or you can also support us by paying the suggested donation of $10, because that goes to the performers as well. And tip them and all of the stuff, because these are amazing performers. We're celebrating Black excellence on this Black History Month. I really wanted to feature that and honor all of my Black friends. And if you haven't already, support Black shows, producers during the Black History Month, and of course all year round, because hello. Okay. And yeah, thank you so much, y'all. I really enjoyed having you on. Yes.
Yes. So.
Yes. I love it. I can't wait for the next show. Again, if you like everything, please, like, subscribe on Poppy Jinxie with Twitch, because that will let me know that you like what you see. So yeah, thank you again, and we'll see you next time. I'm gonna end with a ending video of mine, and then we'll see you next time. All right. Good night.
Out on the top lanes, the glides are moving. Oh, looking for a new place to drive. You sit beside me, so new and charming. Sweating dewdrops glisten fresh in your side. When the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined, and the droning engine throbs in time with your beating heart. Way down the lane away, living for another day. The 8-bit swam up in the drifting haze. Swing seagull in the sky towards that hollow western isle. My envy lady holds you fast in her gaze. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined, and the droning engine throbs in time with your beating heart. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined, and the droning engine throbs in time with your beating heart. Sing, blue silver. And watching lovers part, I feel you smiling. What gas splinters lie so deep in your mind? To tear out from your eyes with a thought to stiffen brooding lies. And I'll only watch you leave me further behind. And the sun drips down, bedding heavy behind the front of your dress, all shadowy lined, and the droning air
losing time.